Good morning, friends. Welcome back to the class. I hope you all are safe at home and healthy too. Now, in this session 5 of the chapter Determinant, today we are going to discuss the area of triangle as one of the applications of determinant. Along with that, we are going to understand a small concept of minus and cofactors of a determinant. So let's have a discussion over it. Now, what is meant by area of triangle? When you know the three coordinates are like area of triangle, we need to find when the three coordinates are given like A, the coordinates are x1 comma y1 B, x2 comma y2 C, x3 comma y3. So this already been discussed in 10th standard in the chapter coordinate geometry, that area of the triangle basically denoted by a triangular symbol is known as delta. So hence this delta is equal to half of modulus, because we were dealing with area of triangle, it never be negative, that's why we are taking the symbol modulus. The regular formula we were using that x1 into y2 minus y3 plus x2 into y3 minus y1 plus x3 into y1 minus y2. This was a regular formula, and this formula can also be determined by using the determinant of 3 by 3 matrix. How I can write this formula is equivalent to like determinant of x1, y1, x2, y2, x3, y3. These are the coordinates of 3 points, and the third column will be 1, 1 and 1. Now you can simply say these two are same. How? Just by expanding this determinant along C1. Along C1. Just imagine. If I expand this determinant along C1, what you will say? X1 into Y2 minus Y3. This is the first factor. Then X2, that is X2 into element into Y1 minus Y3. But the middle sign would be minus sign, so that is balanced by the sign here, so then ultimately you will get the second part. So similarly, when you multiply this x3, so x3 into what? Y1 minus y2. That is what the formula. It's simple as that. What I am saying, to find the area of triangle, we were using this formula in 10th standard in a coordinate geometry chapter. Similar way, we can also find the area of the triangle with the help of determinant technique, simply by writing the three coordinates in a order like x1 y1 x2 y2 x3 y3 1 1 1. That's it. So this is what the way to find the area of triangle. Now if I'm giving you the three coordinates, you will be able to find the area of triangle with the help of this determinant. Now I'm taking the question. See what is the question is, find the area of triangle which is formed by 0 comma 0, 0 comma 3 and 4 comma 0. So purposely I am taking very simple digits here to find the area of triangle. So can I use this formula to find the area of triangle? Let's see. How can I say this? Is simply area of triangle will be equal to half of. Now we need to write the elements 0 0 x2 x1 y1 x2 y2 x3 y3. So I'm writing that coordinates in a order column wise, and then the third column is always 1 1 1. Now simply calculate the value of the determinant along with any of the row or column, and we know preferably we'll prefer that particular row where the number of zeros are maximum. So here if you observe the column 1, so column 1 already having the two zeros, I am taking the column 1 to expand it. So ultimately now here the element is left with what? 4 into minus 1 to the power of I plus j, means this third row and the first column, their sum will be 4, and the remaining determinant after eliminating this row and column, that is what? 0, 1, 3 and 1. So finally, what you will say, half of 4 into, there is 1 minus 3, sorry, 0 minus 3, that is minus 3. Hence, the answer would be minus 6. but since it's an area, that's why we are writing which is equal to what? 6 square units. So this is a way to write or way to find the return area of the triangle when you know the three coordinates of the vertices. So this is what simply we try to connect the previous formula of 10th standard with the current determinant concept. So basically this formula is derived from this only. So we were using the regular formula that is being also be determined by our derived from the determinant concept. So this is what the application of determinant, one of the small application. Now, what is the use of this formula here? It may develop several concepts, right? Let us see. You know that if these 3 points are on the same straight line, let us say what I am speaking here, x1 comma y1 and x2 comma y2 and the third point x3 comma y3. If all the three points, three coordinates are on the same line, then they are called collinear points. These are called what? Collinear points. So when the points are collinear, so ultimately they are not forming any triangle here. So if triangle is not there, so which means that that area of triangle would be what? 0. So I can use this formula or this determinant to check whether the given 3 points are collinear or not. If I am getting delta equal to 0 means area of triangle formed by the given 3 points becomes 0, then I can say they are the points are collinear. Points are collinear. If delta means area of triangle is not equal to 0 means likewise here we getting 6 as an area, hence these 3 points are not collinear, hence triangle is formed. So what we called as points are non-collinear. So collinearity concept can also be dealt with the help of area of triangle. So here in the example, the question we have solved the area of triangle as 6 square units. Hence we can say here these three given points are non-collinear points. Non-collinear means they are not in the same straight line, means they can form a triangle in a plane. So this is a concept behind it. This is one of the case. Apart from the area of triangle, you may also check the collinearity of the points, whether they are collinear or not. Now coming to the third point, what is that? See, right. So now what is the third point to be remembered? This is one of the first point to be remembered, second point, and the third point of the class. Now of this topic is we have studied how to find the equation of the straight line when it is passing through the given 2 points. Let us say x1, y1 and another point B whose coordinates are x2, comma y2. How to find the equation of the straight line passing through the 2 points? That is what simply y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. This is the equation of the straight line. So how can we find this equation? Simply first by finding the slope. How can we find the slope? Basically, the slope is given by the formula y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. The difference of y coordinates upon difference of x coordinate. So once we find the slope and then we will use this equation y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1, which will give the equation of the straight line. So now the same concept, the same equation can also be calculated with the help of determinant or with the help of this area of triangle formula. How? See, let's have the discussion over here. Now we know that straight line consists of infinitely many points. It's a collection of infinitely many points. Now randomly, I'm just by extending the straight line here. Randomly, I am taking a point P whose coordinates are x comma y. I can take any random point on the straight line whose coordinates are unknown to me, that is termed as x comma y. So if I take like this, ultimately you will say these A, B and P are the points on the same straight line, hence they are collinear. If they are collinear, then area of triangle formed by these 3 points must be equal to 0. So hence, what is the area of triangle formed by these 3 points? C. So I can say here I may take the order of the points in any of the way, right? X comma y as a first point, and then x1 y1 as second point, x2 y plus third point, 1 1 1. So this is what basically area of triangle given by formed by these 3 points. But as we know, these 3 points are collinear. This must be equal to 0. Hence, by taking these two in multiplication, finally we left with what is that? Determinant of x, y and 1, x1, y1 and 1, x2, y2 and 1, which is equal to 0. So this will give the equation of the straight line passing through two given points. I repeat, this formula or this determinant can be used to find the equation of the straight line passing through given 2 points. No need to calculate the slope, no need to remember this formula to find the equation of the straight line. Now, here we can use this determinant of this 3 by 3 order to find the equation of the line. Now, to understand, I am taking one question. How can we find the equation of line which is passing through given 2 points? Fine. Right. See. Now, we need to find the equation of the straight line which is passing through the given 2 points. Let us say the point is 2 comma 3 and the another point is 3 comma 2. Now, as we know that it consists infinitely many points, I am taking a random point on it by naming it as P x comma y. So ultimately these three are collinear, hence the area of triangle formula must be equal to 0. Hence, which implies that determinant formed by these points x comma y comma 1, 2, 3, 3, 2 are the points first, then 1, 1, 1. This will be fixed. It must be equal to 0. Now simply expand this determinant with any of the row or column. If I expand along the row 1, I am expanding along row 1. So ultimately what will be the points here? X into minus 1 to the power of 2, that is I plus j, into determinant. What is the determinant we have? After eliminating the row and column, that is 3 1 2 1, and then plus y into minus 1 to the power of 1 plus 2, that is 3, and the determinant which is left 2 3 1 1, and then 1 into minus 1 to the power of 4, and the determinant which is so obtained by 2 3 3 2, simply by expansion. Now what is left with? So x into, this is positive 1, and by calculating 3 and 2, 3 minus 2 is what? 1. So x plus minus y into 2 minus 3 minus 1, or again minus 1 into minus 1 plus 1. So x plus y. Here 1 into 4 minus 6. 4 minus 6 is what? Minus 2. Hence minus 2 equal to 0. So this is what the equation of the straight line we got with the help of determinant. So now here what I said, we were discussing the three important points to remember. Here what are the points we discussed under the head of area of triangle? The first one is how to find the area of triangle when you have given 3 points are with their coordinates. This is the one. Second one, with the help of this, you may also discuss the collinearity nature of the points, whether they are collinear or not. The third point was how to find the equation of the straight line when the 2 points are given on that straight line by taking third point as a variable point x comma y on it. Hence we can use the concept of collinearity where delta must be 0, area of triangle formula must be 0. By expanding it, you will be able to find the equation of the straight line. Now coming to the last question of this area of triangle concept. Now what is that last question? Area of triangle will be given to you and one of the coordinate will be missed out. Then you need to find that missing value. Now let's understand that concept with the help of question only. Right. Now what I am saying here, find the value of k. Question is find the value of k. Find the value of k if a area of the triangle is 3 square units, right? Formed by the coordinates 0 comma 0 and 2 comma 3 and 3 comma 2. Sorry. Now we need to miss one value. So 3 comma k. I repeat, here find the value of k if area of triangle is equal to 3 square units and which is formed by the 3 coordinates where the coordinates of the triangle is 0 comma 0, 2 comma 3 and 3 comma 2. Now we know how to find the area of triangle first. Area of triangle formula is given as half of x1 y1 x2 y2 x3 y3 1 1 1. This is the area of triangle formula. Now we are using the determinant method. Area of triangle is given as 3 is equal to half of modulus of, now we are just substituting the coordinates 0 0 2 3 and 3k 1 1 1. That's it. So now here see, uh, now to find the area, just we need to first take this value here in multiplication. This will be 6 is equal to determinant of what we left with 0 0 1 2 3 1 3 k 1. To find the value of k, just we need to expand this determinant along with any row or column. So preferably I will take row 1. But the important point before the expanding this, we know that this quantity which is obtained, it could be a positive or negative, right? Because as we have already calculated in the previous just question, that area we got it as -6 but we converted into +6 because we are dealing with the area. In a similar manner, this value which is given, it could be a -3 or it could be a +3. So that is why we need to take this value as two possibilities, plus or minus. Very, very important point to be remembered. Whenever area is given, while finding the missing variable or missing value, hence you need to take this plus or minus sign. That is must. So ultimately plus or minus 6 is equal to, now expand along with the row 1. So we are only left with element 1, other two are zeros only. So 1 into minus 1 to the power of 4 into determinant. What is the determinant? Left with 2, 3, 3 and k. So plus minus 6 is equal, it will be 1 into 2k minus 9. So finally we are left with 2k minus 9. So to solve the value of k, we are having two options. One is plus 6 or minus 6, means we have to take both the sign one after the other simultaneously. So 2k minus 9 is equal to plus 6 or 2k minus 9 is equal to minus 6. So by solving this, you will be able to get the k value as 15 by 2 here. k value as minus 3 by 2. So there are two possibilities of k. There are two possibilities of k where the area of triangle would be 3 only. Fine. So this is the way to solve the missing value when the area of triangle is given. The only catch of this solution is while the expanding this determinant, that before expanding this determinant you need to consider this value as plus and minus both, and you have understood why we have taken this. So this here we can say that the area of triangle concept is over. Based on this, you can now finish the exercise in 4.3 from NCERT textbook thoroughly. So now we are moving to the next concept, that is very small concept, minor and cofactor. So what are minor, what are cofactor? Very simple manner it is. We are going to understand. Based on that, we are also going to discuss the three remaining properties of determinant, which I have told you in the beginning of the session. Like we are having total 11 properties. Out of 11 properties, we have discussed 8 properties. Now 3 which are remaining, which are going to discuss in this session after understanding the definition of minor and cofactor. Right. So I am just eliminating this one. Now coming to the point, minor and cofactor. What are minor and what are cofactor of a determinant? These are related to determinant only, not with the matrix, remember. So minor, how to find the minor? What is minor? So minor means it's related to an element of determinant which is obtained by eliminating the row and column of particular element. Let's try to understand with the help of the determinant. Let us say one, there is a what we called as 3 by 3 determinant whose elements are represented by A11, A12, A13, and the second row A21, A22, A23 according to their position. A31 third row first column, third row second column, third row third column. This is what we call as 3 by 3 determinant. Now minor of this A11, minor of this element A11, what I am speaking here, minor of element A11 is simply by obtaining, by eliminating this particular row and the column. So what is the determinant left? That is 2 by 2 determinant, means A22, A23, A32, A33. So by solving this, you will be able to get one again number that may be a real number, complex number. So what is the product here? A22 into A33 minus A32 into A23. So the value which we obtained is called minor of the element A11, that is we called as represented by M, capital M11. सो A11 का माइनर हम कैसे फाइंड कर रहे हैं? सिंपली बाय एलिमिनेटिंग द रो एंड द कॉलम ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर एलिमेंट, एंड दैट इज ऑब्टेन्ड बाय व्हाट? कैलकुलेटिंग द रिमेनिंग डिटरमिनेंट. यानी कि अगर 3 by 3 मैट्रिक्स का एलिमेंट्स की बात करते हैं तो माइनर हमेशा 2 by 2 होगा, वन लेस देन द ऑर्डर ऑफ द मैट्रिक्स, राइट? सो A11 का माइनर को हम डिनोट करेंगे M11 से. A12 का मैट सेम माइनर भी हम ऐसे फाइंड कर सकते हैं सिंपली बाय एलिमिनेटिंग द रो एंड कॉलम एंड टेकिंग द रिमेनिंग एलिमेंट्स 2 by 2 determinant. So minor of A11 is M11, minor of A12 is M12, like that. I can say now minor of in general minor of Aij element is denoted by Mij. Are you getting? This is a verbal explanation. Now see what I am speaking about. Minor. Minor means what? It's simply the determinant value obtaining by eliminating the row and the column of that particular element. I repeat, it's simply the value of the determinant obtained by eliminating the row and the column of the particular element. Now, the condition to define minor and cofactor, the order of the matrix, that is n by n is the order of the matrix here, 3 by 3 matrix like. So order of the matrix must be greater than or equal to 2, or simply you can also speak order of the matrix must be greater than 1. So minor and cofactors are only defined in the square matrix of order 2 and more than 2. It cannot be determined of order 1 square by 1 by 1 square matrix. It's conditionally followed, and you know why I am taking this, why it is necessary. Otherwise, if you are eliminating the row and column, what is left? If I am taking the matrix of order 1 by 1, this is 1 by 1 matrix. Now I want to find the minor of this element. So if you are eliminating the row and column, what is left? Nothing. It's meaningless. That is why the order of the matrix, square matrix, must be greater than 1 to define minor and cofactor. Now coming to the point, cofactor. What is cofactor? Simply the cofactor represented by Cij. Cij, the first letter of their words, right? So cofactor of the element Aij is nothing but simply it's multiplied by its position, minus 1 to the power of I plus j into Mij. Means if the minor is multiplied by its position, it's called a cofactor, and the whatever the value we are getting here is called Cij. सो सी आई जे और एम आई जे में सिर्फ इतना ही फर्क है. एम आई जे मतलब प्योरली डिटर्मिनेंट वैल्यू. इफ द डिटर्मिनेंट वैल्यू इज मल्टीप्लाइड बाय इट्स पोजीशन, that is minus 1 to the power of I plus j, that quantity is called cofactor. So minor and cofactor are related to the element of the determinant of the order which is greater than 1. I repeat, minor and cofactor are related to the elements of the determinant of the order which is greater than 1. So now with the help of now question, we will try to first find the minors and cofactors of various elements. Right. So now one matrix is given to you. Let us say the 3 by 3 matrix I am moving with 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 0 and 0, 1, 0. So this is simply one 3 by 3 matrix, right? Square matrix. Now we need to find the M13. And what is the value of M13? Means the minor of the element A13. What is A13? First row, third column. First row, third column. And this is the element. Now the minor of the 4. When I say M13 means it is a minor of the element 4. So 4 का minor कैसे मिलेगा हमें? By eliminating the row and column. So ultimately M13 is obtained by the determinant 1, 2, 0, 1. That is 2 by 2 determinant. So given matrix order is 3 by 3. The order of the minor is always 1 less than the order. अगर ये 4 by 4 होता तो minor होता 3 by 3. अगर एक गिवन मैट्रिक्स का ऑर्डर 5 by 5 होता तो माइनर का ऑर्डर होता है 4 by 4. Are you getting me? So that is why what we called as, if the given matrix order is n by n, then order of the minor will be n minus 1, 1 less than the order. That you can understand from this concept. Now how to find this? Simply by doing the cross multiplication. 1 minus 0, that is 1. So I got m13. Now I want to find the cofactor of the same element C13. So how can I find the C13? Simply by multiplying the minor with the position. What is the position of C13? Minus 1 to the power of 1 plus 3 into minor of M13. So it will be what? Minus 1 to the power of 4 into 1. So answer is 1. So here sometimes you got the minor and cofactor are same when the position of the element is in positive power. यानी कि -1 की पावर में यदि ये पॉजिटिव या इवन होगा एंड अल्टीमेटली ये +1 होगा. जब +1 होने पर क्या होगा? C13 M13 सेम हो गया. सो ऐसा कहते हैं कि हमें सिर्फ 4 ही एलिमेंट ऐसे होंगे 3 बाय डिटरमिनेंट में जिसका साइन नेगेटिव होता है, यानी कि ये ऑड पोजीशन में है. जो सर्कल कर रहा हूं मैं वो एलिमेंट्स ऑड पोजीशन में होते हैं, लाइक जैसे कि 3, इसका पोजीशन ऑड होता है. फर्स्ट रो सेकंड कॉलम 1 + 2 is 3, -1 to the power of 3 is -1. Similarly the 1 and 0 and 1, these four elements are always having the odd positions. For these, minus and cofactors are differ by the sign only, but rest of the five elements, the minus and cofactors remain same, because as we understood, minor and cofactors are simply differ by the position of the point, position of the element of the determinant. So hence what we called as here finally Cij is nothing but -1 to the power of I plus j into Mij. So when the minor is multiplied by its position, then we are able to get cofactor. So this is the learning point of this discussion. So you know how to find minus and cofactors, right? This is the only difference. So now we are taking one important thing. In a test book, when you are moving with the exercise 4 point, what we call as 4.4 from NCERT test book, they are representing the cofactor with capital Aij. But for sake of convenience, I am taking cofactor as Cij because Cij sounds good to represent its cofactor. Similarly, like Mij representing the minor of the element. In that sense, I am taking Mij symbol as a symbol for minor and Cij symbol for cofactor. Now, from the same matrix, I want to find from the same matrix, I want to find the determinant. मैं इसका determinant find करने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ. Along with row 1, I am expanding this determinant along with the row 1. How can I find it? A. Simply by the element 2, that is into -1 to the power of its position, that is position is 2, into determinant by eliminating the row and corresponding column. So ultimately 2 1 0 0, this first element, plus second element. What is second element of the row 1? 3. So 3 into -1 to the power of its position. What is the position here? 3. And the determinant obtained by eliminating the row and column is 1 0 0 0, plus now here element 4 and the position -1 to the power of 4 into determinant, right? What is the determinant value we are getting here? So determinant 1 0 2 1. Getting my point? So sir, आप क्यों find out कर रहे हो determinant? Already we know how to find determinant, right? Of 3 by 3 or 4 by 4 order. Now there is a purpose behind this. Now just try to understand the logic behind the discussion. Can I say this is basically representing the minor of the element 2? This is basically representing the minor of the element 3, and this is basically represent as minor of the element 4. So in that sense, what I am writing here, simply I am now writing the position of the element. What is the position of the element 2? That is A11. So I can write this 2 as here A11 into -1 square into M11. This is minor. Similarly, A12, this element 3 as A12, -1 cube into M12. Similarly, this is considered as A13 element, that is first row third column element, into minus 1 to the power of 4, and this is what M13, that is minor. So I'm simply what I'm doing, I'm just elaborating the determinant of the matrix, square matrix, in terms of minus and cofactors. That is was my try. Now I'm keeping A1 element. You know that when the minor is multiplied by its position, it's called cofactor. What it is called? Cofactor. So this product can be replaced with cofactor. Then similarly here the product this would be replaced with cofactor. So A12 into C12, A13 into this product minor with the sign will give C13. So this is what the determinant definition in terms of minus and cofactor are in terms of cofactors. So what is determinant? The new definition you can say here that the sum of the product of the elements of any particular row with with their corresponding cofactors. A11, A12, A13 are the elements of row 1. C11, C12, C13 are the cofactors of corresponding elements. Hence, the determinant of A are simply det A. So delta also termed as what? Sometimes delta. So delta is defined as the sum of the product of the elements of any row or column with their corresponding cofactors. This is the property number, which one? Property number 9. Already we know that there are 11 properties, 8 were discussed in the previous session. Now this is the ninth property. So determinant of A is simply nothing but what we say as the sum of the product of the elements of any row or column with their corresponding cofactors. So that is what C. Now, if I want to find the determinant of the 3 by 3 square matrix with the help of row 2 elements. So, how can I write the row 2 determinant with the help of row 2? Simply the delta, that is determinant of the square matrix, can written as now. If I am writing the element A1 second row first column A21, that is multiplied by cofactor C21 plus A22 C22, then A23 C23. So this also gives the determinant. You know that there are how many ways? There are 6 ways to expand the 3 by 3 determinant. So in a similar way, there are 6 ways to express this definition or this property. Fine. So simply here the property number 9 speaks about the definition of determinant in terms of cofactors. So what is the definition? Sum of the product of the elements of a particular row or a column with their corresponding cofactors. Important property. Now the next property, property number 10, which we are going to discuss based on again this definition. Right. Now this time what I am saying, I am taking the elements of row 1 and the cofactors of row 2. I am taking the elements of row 1 and cofactors of row 2. Right? So first I will find the cofactors of row 2 and then I will find some property here. What is that? Cofactors of second row. Second row के लिए मुझे find करना पड़ेगा C12. C12 का cofactors. How can I find C12 minus 1 to the power of 3 into determinant by eliminating these two, that is 2, 4, 0, 0. So the value is 0. Right? Now C22. Sorry, it is C21. It is C21 cofactor because we are talking about the row 2. रो 2 एलिमेंट्स का मैं कोफैक्टर्स फाइंड कर रहा हूं, तो रो 2 एलिमेंट का कोफैक्टर क्या होगा C21, C22, C23. So C22 is minus 1 to the power of 4 into determinant. What's the determinant after eliminating this? That is 2, 4, 0, 0. It could be again 0. And C23, that is minus 1 to the power of 5 into determinant by eliminating that particular row and column. 2, 3, 0, 1. So ultimately we are left with minus 1 into 2 minus 2. So here I have found here the cofactors of second row. Now what I am doing, I am trying to find the determinant value. I am trying to find the determinant value with the help of what the row 1 elements with the row 2 corresponding what we call cofactors. Means मैं row 1 का elements को row 2 की cofactor से multiply कर रहा हूँ. So row 1 element is 2, row element is 2 into उसका corresponding C यानी 1 का cofactor क्या है 0 plus 3 is the element of row 1 into cofactor. Then what we called as here 4 is what element 4 here, right? So into the cofactor of C23, it would be what minus 2. I think some mistake has been done. Otherwise, it answer must be 0, right? Answer must be 0. So if I found this determinant like 2, 0, 0, 0 and 3, eliminating this 2, 0, 0, 4, 1 minus this 4, determinant is 4. Now, there is some mistake I think, otherwise you will be getting like determinant value is 0, definitely. Mm, let me see. C23. C23 by eliminating row and column, you will be getting 2 and 0 into 3 is 0. Minus 1 to the power of 5 is minus 1 into 2, that is minus 2. Now by finding the determinant, right, simply it is 2 into 0, 3 into 0, it would be 0 only, then answer must be 0. Okay, now just I am defining the property number 10 here. You may check this property by taking any of the example from the textbook. Okay, just I'm not wasting my time here to recheck whether it is where the mistake has been done. Now I'm just defining the property 10. Please do check by taking an example from the textbook. Any of the matrix you can take by your own also. What is that? Here, if you are multiplying the row 1 elements with the cofactors of other row, let us say the row 2, right? Row 2 means C21 and then A22 element, sorry, first row now, so A21 and A12, A13. These are the elements of the row 1. Now the cofactors are taken as row 2 cofactors. I am taking C22, C21, C22 and C23. If you do like this, you will always get the answer as 0. So what this property 10 number 10 is speaking about is sum of the product of the elements of any row or column with the cofactors of other row or column will always give the 0 answer. यानी कि मैं रो 1 का एलिमेंट्स को रो 2 की कोफैक्टर से मल्टीप्लाई करूं या रो 3 की कोफैक्टर से मल्टीप्लाई करूं, उनका सम हमेशा क्या होगा 0 होगा. This is property number 10. Please do verify this with an example by taking any example of 3 by 3 matrix or 2 by 2 matrix, whatever you say. Now coming to the property number 11. What is the property number 11 speaks about? Right? See, uh, first of all, this property number 11 speaks that if a matrix, square matrix of order n by n, then determinant of cofactor matrix is simply the determinant of A power n minus 1. Okay, so most important, and based on this many a times 2 marker question, sometimes 4 marker questions are also framed based on this property. Property number 11, what we called as here, if A is a square matrix of n by n which is non-singular, need to remember, which need to be a non-singular. What do you mean by non-singular here? Non-singular means where determinant value is not equal to 0, right? Right? If it is that, so ultimately det C is equal to what? Determinant of A power n minus 1. Now, how can we say that determinant of cofactor matrix is equal to det A to the power of n minus 1? We can understand here. Uh, the derivation is not in a scope, but if you want, I will be explaining you or later on in detail. Just we need to remember this. Based on this one important question we are going to discuss. See, the question is given as based on this property number 11. I am just writing this. See, property number 11 I am writing again simply. If A is a square matrix of order n, then determinant of cofactor matrix. C stands for what? Determinant of cofactor matrix. That is Cij we can say. Right? Cofactor matrix which is equal to what? Det A to the power of n minus 1. Under order 3 by 3 होगा तो power होगा 2. अगर order 2 by 2 होगा तो power होगा 1. So 2 by 2 matrix में क्या हो रहा है? ऑर्डर विल बी 1, मतलब det of the cofactor matrix is equal to determinant of A matrix. So that is what we are going to verify. One question is there which is being asked in previous years, like I'm just writing the question here to understand the importance of this property. If delta is equal to determinant of 1 A square, a a square, a sorry 1 and a square, a square 1 and a, which is given as minus 4. Determinant value is given as minus 4. Then find the value of the determinant a cube minus 1, 0, a minus a power 4, 0, a minus a power 4, a cube minus 1, a minus a power 4, a cube minus 1 and 0. They are asking this. Now see how logically this question is framed. See, determinant of this 3 by 3 matrix already given as minus 4. With the help of this statement, we are going to find the determinant of this. Now, how this property will help you out, how smartly they are framing based on this property. Try to understand. Now, just try to find the cofactor of one element. इसका cofactor find करते हैं. So, what is the cofactor of this element? Simply by eliminating this row and column, right? So, what we say as a cube minus 1. So, this is a cofactor here, a cube minus 1. So, basically, this value is a cofactor of 1. Similarly, if I want to find the cofactor of A, that is second element, this would be a1 a square 1. So by multiplying, cross multiplying, a square minus a square, that is 0. So basically these are the cofactors of each element which are given in the determinant. So hence this matrix is considered as cofactor matrix. Cofactor matrix. So ultimately the cofactor matrix का determinant what this property speaks, the cofactor matrix, this is basically cofactor matrix. So cofactor matrix determinant will be given by det A to the power of n minus 1, where n is representing the order of the square matrix. Here now I can find the cofactor of this determinant. Det A is already given as, this determinant is already given as minus 4 to the power 3 minus 1, because n is representing the order of the square matrix. So finally we left with minus 4 to the power of 2, that is equal to 16. So simply I was able to find the determinant of this square, this matrix, by using this property. The only catch of this solution is to click the property at that moment. If you are not able to identify these are the cofactors of this matrix, so then simply you will do in a general way by applying or by taking a general properties to expand it. And even some people are not able to understand why this determinant value is given and what is the connection of this determinant with this determinant. If you are able to get the connection, if this is a matrix, this will be the cofactor matrix. So cofactor matrix ka determinant, how can we find? Simply by using the property number 11. So I hope you have understood the importance of property number 11 here. So now I am just winding up here this session 5 here only by stating simply, be healthy, stay at home, and follow the rules of lockdown to keep yourself very safe. And keep watching, keep learning, and keep growing. Thank you, all of you.